Hello, good day. Today is Friday the 8th. What's on my mind this morning? Let me bring this up a little bit here. I decided to go live just for a few moments to talk a little bit about our history here in Panama, the Afro-Caribbean history. Um, I'll be honest, we don't talk about it enough for people to understand um, the different periods in which blacks came to Panama and the reasons behind it. So that's what's on my mind this morning. I think that we need to have an intelligent conversation about this topic. So let's join in, people, chat, share your thoughts about this. We are celebrating Black History Month, Ethnicity Month here in Panama in the month of May. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. You're live with Janetta. What's on my mind so early this morning? You want to find out? Well, stick around.
Listen, I love this mug, people. I love it. I love it. I love it. It says, when it rains, look for the rainbow. Very nice. And that's true. Here in Panama, um, I'm looking for the rainbow. Yes, I am. Um, the Black history is so rich here in Panama that each of us, um, we have a duty to share our family history or to share our knowledge about the Afro-Caribbean history or African colonial history, Afro-Congo history here in Panama. I am not a historian, but um, I'm so worried about our future here in Panama, the role that we played here in Panama, and I don't want it to disappear. So I'm sure I'm going to tell you a little bit about my history. Right now, Panama Mule International Studios is in the community of Rio Abajo, originally known for a Black community. And I talk about topics regarding racism, regarding our future uh, here in Panama, um, with my mother and with my sister and some family members. And we keep going over these things. How do we push Black history here in Panama? Um, we cannot depend too much on the level of the educational system. However, what we can do is have different programs, have different programs regarding um, the first settlers here in the different periods. And we could have these in churches. We could do seminars at schools, different schools, universities, which a lot of organizations are doing. But we need to do more. Definitely, we need to do more. So I have records, relics, paperwork that my mom has passed down to me. And when I'm speaking about my family, I have the proof. I just don't speak just to say things, but I have proof. For example, the Panama Canal Railroad Company personal record I don't know if you guys know about the silver rolls. Those of you who don't know about the silver roll and the payroll system in Panama back then in the Canal Zone. This is my great grandfather record, silver roll. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it says here Percy Archibald Hines, and it has a check number, and it has the occupation, which is office helper. He used to work for the administration building in the records department, and the rate of pay uh, per month was $77.50. It has his age, and it has his date of birth, which was June 23rd, 1984. Again, this is a piece of important record that I carry with me and hold dearly. Also, let me remove this from the plastic, from the cover. Maybe you guys could see it better. Maybe, maybe not. Here it is. Let's see. You guys see it. Okay. This is a piece of document I have here. Now, doing that research about where he used to work, I came up with this on the internet, and here he is on the far right. It's a picture of the records, uh, the first blacks that African American men that worked for the administration building in this section of records. And I keep this as well. I have, oh my God, I have so many important documents here. Also, I have, imagine this, people, check this out. This paper, oh my God, it's over 1984, 1884, it's over 100 years old. We're talking about 1884. Look at this paperwork. Look at this. And it has the baptism, I guess. Um, guess who? My great grandfather's Percy uh, Hines, and it was at the Cathedral St. Michael's Parish in Barbados, people. No lie, 1884. Baptism solemnized in the Cathedral of St. Michael's Parish in the islands of Barbados, in the island of Barbados in the year 1884. There you go. I'm telling you, we need to tell our own history, and we need to document, and we need to have it in a protected, right? All these good stuff is very important. I say that all the time. Very, very important. I have a picture of my mom. I have a picture of my mom, and let me see. Yeah, I have a picture of my mom. Here she is. She is. And of course, a picture of her marriage. There she is, to my dad. I mean, keeping these things are valuable because it says something about your family, and it's all record keeping, right? I also have my great grandfather. By the way, we used to call him grandfather because we used to live in this big house um, with 4 apartments. And my great grandfather used to live upstairs, and the family used to live downstairs. So we call him grandfather because that's what we hear. Used to hear my grandmother saying, my mother saying grandfather. And so we said grandfather, but actually, it's my great grandfather. No, here's his passport. Check this out. Turn it this way. Passport from British, this is British passport, United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. This is his passport, people. This is it right. Amazing, right? Amazing. This is Black History Month in Panama, Black Ethnicity Month, and we must remember where we came from, our roots, how we arrived to Panama, how we are connected to Barbados, to Jamaica, to all these islands that arrived in Panama. I also have my great grandmother's, his wife, passport as well. And this one is way, way older. Check this out. You see, this is the recent one here. And look at this too. You see, this one is older than this one. I mean, it, it's amazing. It's amazing to even touch this, right? And because they handle it, they were traveling with these passports. They were traveling with these passports. This is my family. Do you guys get it? The importance of sharing your history. Let it be known in Panama. These were hardworking people. The property that I inherited was from my great grandfather. I am so proud to have kept the land, upkeep the land, and I'm doing something on it. And this is my history. Nobody can tell it. This is their marriage certificate right here. Marriage certificate. Back then it was, I don't know if it's still that way, this long piece of paper. Percy Hines and Estelle Best. Best was my grandmother's, great grandmother's name. And they got married in the church in Ancon, on the canal zone back then. Whew. Tell your history, not only wait for May or in February in the United States. Any chance you get, tell people the work, the hard work that your great grandparents have done, contributed to the nation, whether it's in the United States or building the Panama Canal. Tell your story. I encourage you, please do so. Nydia Thomas is a songwriter, and she has done wonderful work, and I'm gonna continue connecting with her. She's very good with technology, and she's very good with writing, and so she has done a lot of wonderful work. So I am gonna put something out about her and her work, continuous work, and this is what it's all about. Now, I was born in Gargas Hospital. Okay, I was born in Gargas Hospital, and I kept this as well because this was passed down to my nephews, passed down to the next generation. Because I was born in 1966. Yes, people. And this is my footprints in the back here. All of this is part of history. All of this is part of history. If you hear people in the background, they're doing some work. I'm installing a new door for safety purposes. I mean, I have all these wonderful things. And we could go on as to when Blacks arrived here to Panama. Um, it's so wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? I just showed you, people. I just showed you. I just showed you things. So many things here about my family history. So I am proud to be an Afro-Caribbean Panamanian. I am proud of my heritage. I am proud to be Black. I am proud to be African, living here in Panama. I am proud to have served the government in the United States. I am proud to be a person in this world who have contributed positiveness in this world. We're not perfect people, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have my faults as well. But I'm telling you, taking me back to history. When I look at this, I just, wow, wow. It's amazing. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. La historia nuestra aquí en Panamá, los afrocaribeños panameños, es una historia rica. Enseñamos nuestra cultura, nuestras creencias, ¿verdad? Aquí en el Istmo de Panamá. Y esto es lo que estoy compartiendo con ustedes, mi historia. En este mes celebramos el mes de la etnia, el mes de los afrocaribeños, la contribución que hemos hecho no solamente con el canal, la construcción del canal de Panamá, pero en empresas, en compañías, estableciendo muchas cosas, enriqueciendo la cultura panameña en muchas, en diversas maneras. Les quiero enseñar algo muy importante también, una foto de de mi bisabuelo, mi abuela, mi bisabuela y mi bistío. Ahí están, mi abuela en el centro, Avenal Hort. Ahí está también eh, mi bisabuelo, Percy Archibald Eugene Hines, su esposa, la señora Estelle Hines, ¿ves? El tío de mi bisabuelo, el señor Wilson, y muchas otras fotos que tengo que les he enseñado. También les quiero decir algo muy importante. Darle reconocimiento a CGM, una organización. CGM, we need to recognize CGM in the Black History Month. CGM has done a wonderful job. There's a monument. Francis Yearwood, thank you so much for you being the engine behind telling our history in so many ways, not only here in Panama, but in the United States. And of course, gathering all these records for people to know that we not only were here with our culture, but we were part of the building the foundation of what we know as Panama today. We were at the beginning and we continue to contribute to this country, Panama, and as well as United States, and as well as other countries around the world. So thank you, Francis, for being the engine behind pushing our history and preserving the cemeteries, Corozal, Gatungan, and Hope here in Panama. I mean, we came here, blacks came here not only during the construction of the canal, but during slavery time. And I just want to show you our human revolution, how strong we are, how perseverance we are, how we have gone through so much and still alive, still striving, still going forward. Nosotros, very resilient people. We are very resilient people. And the women were the backbone, were the force behind the men going out there and working and doing their jobs. So I want you guys to remember those things. Quiero recordarle a ustedes que los negros, los afros que llegaron al Istmo de Panamá, han llegado en distintas etapas, ¿verdad? Muchos de nosotros no hablamos mucho de los afrocoloniales desde el tiempo de 2513, durante ese tiempo. Después llegaron los afroantillanos. Es muy importante poner eso en nuestra historia cuando hablamos de los afrocaribeños. La construcción del canal de Panamá fue construida por los afroantillanos, sabemos eso, durante los años de 1880 y 1914. Miles y miles de trabajadores de la británica, coloniales de Jamaica, Barbados, Santa Lucía, Haití, llegaron aquí en el Istmo de Panamá. Durante, el, eh, los franceses, cuando esto eh, trataron de, de construir el canal de Panamá. Entonces es muy importante también reconocer eso. Em, yo digo que en las escuelas, no sé si lo están haciendo, en las universidades, si lo están haciendo, felicitaciones. Si no lo están haciendo, lo tienen que hacer. Poner esta historia en sus libros, en parte de la enseñanza a los niños. Yo lo estoy haciendo aquí en Panamá New Studios, aquí en la comunidad de Riabao con los niños. Les estoy enseñando inglés y les estoy enseñando disciplina y su historia, porque ellos tienen que saber quiénes son y, y hacia dónde van. Muy importante eso, a través de la disciplina y su historia. Y por supuesto, el inglés. So here, my job here at the Panama New Studios in the community of Bilbao, alongside with the wonderful ESL, English as a second language teachers, is to share the English language, just communicate with them in English, show them discipline, and of course their history. Very, very important. So I want to give thanks to them, Shelly, Sharon, Mary, and Teresa. Very, very important, of course, contributors. The Evans, my sister, of course, definitely, and my mother, retired mental health professional, Mr. Terrence Lane, and many other people. My their neighbor, Dolly. Dolly, thank you so much. She used to have the school, and she has given me flags and posters and little things for the children to interact and learn. I want to give thanks to all of you, my aunt who have supported during the Christmas season event, all of you who contributed during Christmas events. Again, the teachers here, they are every week, they're here with the children, every week with the children. I want to give them thanks. I want to give thanks to so many people who are wishing me well. And I am so grateful. You don't know how grateful I am. But we need to tell our history. Nosotros tenemos que hablar acerca de nuestra historia. Es muy importante que sepan que los negros aquí en Panamá eh, hemos hecho tanta contribución a la historia de Panamá desde el inicio, desde la construcción del canal de Panamá, ¿verdad? Estamos aquí hoy presente en el mapa por esos hombres afrocaribeños, que algunos llegaron durante la esclavitud, otros llegaron durante la construcción del canal y en distintos periodos en la historia de Panamá. So yeah, so it's so much. We're talking about the mid 1500s. Enslaved Africans frequently escaped, forming independent settlements called palenques. Leaders like Bayano led major revolts in the 1550s, creating communities in the Darien region. So I mean, they call it the cimarrones, the maroon resistance. Okay, Panama Railroad construction in 1850s. Migrants from the Caribbean and the U.S. came to build the first transcontinental railroad. This was before the construction of the canal. And of course, the canal construction with Afro Antillians Thousands of workers from the British and French West Indian colonies, Jamaica, Barbados, St. Lucia, Haiti, arrived first for the failed French attempt, and later for the successful U.S. construction of the Panama Canal. So I want you guys to understand that. We are so that's why you see, like in the Darien area, the Afro colonials, um, since they were enslaved by the Spanish, so they have the Spanish names. They are living on the coastal area, and have ancestors brought in from the 16th to the 19th century. So they have the Spanish last name like Rodriguez, Sanchez, um, what are names? Anything other than English last names. And so we have the Afro-Antilleans names, of often surnames settled in Colón and Bocas del Toro, and our descendants from Caribbean laborers arriving in the 20th century. Um, these are things that we need to really, really highlight, talk about, um, put front, and yes. So these are some of the images that you will see in when you Google the enslavement when they arrived in places, in Panama, and canal workers. But we're still standing, people. We're still standing. Now, I want to share something with you, right? I want to share, let me see, take this out. I want to share something with you. While we are wondering who really built the Panama Canal, let me give you a short video. Let me show you a short video. That's not it. Hold on. That's a wonderful. Let me show you a short video of what I put together. And this was, I believe, last year. Yeah, last year. Okay, here it goes. Okay, one more last thing that I want to talk about, the communities that I mentioned before, and how they established their the churches, the centers, the halls where they used to have dance and events and stuff like that. So, despite the hostile conditions, communities in Cologne and Panama City thrived, building a cultural network, including churches, friendly societies, and chapters of the Universal Negro Improvement. All these things were going on here in Panama. We have documented history of the Garveys, Marcus Garveys, here in the community of living here in the community of Rio Bajo, and their contribution as well. Um, Remember, it wasn't all easy. Okay, um, the workers engaged in early forms of labor organizing and used publications like the Panama Tribune, of course, Sidney Young. Hello to Sidney Young, and to Cyril Alexander, who is the Cyril, who is um, Sidney Young's nephew. So the publications like the Panama Tribune was used to advocate against inequality. It used to cover any event that was going on not only in Panama but in the Caribbean, in Africa, in the United States, and all over the world. Okay, the impact that the Congo have had in Panama way before the Antillean arrived, um, it originated from earlier Afro-colonial times, and it was reinforced by this new influx of African descendant people, strengthening the Afro-Antillean heritage of the region. So, hello to the Congos. Whenever you're in Cologne, whenever you are in any event, you know that they were uh, among the first to settle here in Panama. Panama history is rich. It's rich. We're talking about Caribbean, North American, Africans, so it's rich. It's definitely rich, and all of this uh, multicultural is why Panama is one of the places that I say that we can push our history and learn. So there you have it. This is what was on my mind earlier this morning. And I am so proud of my family. Again, families, we're not perfect, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the good things, the hard work, the contributions that have made to Panama and the United States and around the world. Let's be real, let's be clear in that. Um, they have contributed so much, so much, so much. So there you have it. My family history, as I said before, I have so much information. And again, imagine holding the passports that they travel on these airplanes or ships. Okay. It's wonderful. It is wonderful. So thank you for listening. Enjoy our history. Look it up on the internet. There's a lot of activities going on. I'm going to put that on my website, panamamule.com, of the activities that we have this month in Panama. Así que gracias por escucharme. Nuestra historia hay que decirla, hay que compartirla para que no se vaya a desaparecer aquí en Panamá o donde estén en el mundo. Hay que decir su historia, hay que hablar de las contribuciones que ha hecho tu cultura, tu familia a Panamá, al país de Panamá. Muy orgullosa de ser afro-caribeña panameña. Saludos a todos. Thank you. I'm very proud to be an Afro-Caribbean Panamanian because my family, my great grandfather, worked on the Panama Canal, worked for the administration building. My dad worked on the canal zone, worked for the administration building as well. My grandfather, Albert Ward, worked for the administration building. So I have three men, my great grandfather, Percy Hines, my grandfather, Albert Ward, and my father, Ricky Staple, worked for the administration building. And I have proof. So I'm not just talking. Okay, so I have payrolls, I have pictures, I have letters to show that my family have worked alongside the United States government as well as the Panamanian government. So we are hardworking people. Sometimes we are being challenged by racism here in Panama, it still exists. And I'm here to tell you that I'm not going to erase my history for no one. So I'm here standing proud to be a proud Black woman here in Panama. Thank you for watching. That's what was on my mind this morning. Bye bye. Hasta luego. Ciao.
Thank you for listening. Enjoy this wonderful day.